Today I've been checking out Ratten Reich, which comes out today. So this game is in early access, but there is a comprehensive roadmap on the Steam page if you want to check it out. Ratten Reich is an RTS game, but set in like an alternative steampunk type universe. There are no humans, it's rats, mice, lizards, and cockroaches who've embarked in a world war. It's very World War II heavily inspired, I would say. It's a little bit like, RTS-wise, something like Company of Heroes or Men of War. It's also weirdly, considering your mice and rats and stuff, pretty gory and brutal to play. There's no base building, you get allocated points and then you can bring in reinforcements with them points. So, for your money, you get the first part of the campaign, which in my version was 3 missions and 4 shown as coming soon. There is also a small tutorial, but I skipped this and went straight into the game. And to be fair, it was pretty easy to pick up and play, which is always a big positive for an RTS. There is no multiplayer as yet, and I couldn't see it on the roadmap weirdly. The game plays like your typical RTS. You select units, you can group them. There's 5 different unit types, which are obviously better in different areas and have certain special abilities. And then you go across the battlefield killing the enemy and completing the objectives. The battles, to be fair, are super tense and really, really tough. You will lose a vast amount of units here. The time to kill is not very long. A couple of hits and you'll be down. But luckily, the wait and replenishment timers are not bad at all compared to other RTS games. And I always felt it was giving me a fair chance to be able to fight back, which keeps the battle flowing pretty well. There's also some other cool little features here, like there's a level which has gas attacks, so you have to put your masks on, which I thought was a cool thing. There's a full cover system implemented, but there's no vehicle combat as yet. You can capture mortars and machine guns for protection. I would say when I was playing through the battles though, the weakest area was the AI. It's really poor in parts. I was defending an area and I had all guns trained facing out, all areas covered. And the AI just walked in, the enemy AI, and just wiped me out, which was just a little bit like I put all this effort in and now I've been killed. There is zero self-preservation, and this leads to a little bit too much babysitting and micromanagement of your troops. And the amount of times a unit just got wiped out just because they just stood there in the open getting shot and not doing anything was a little bit annoying. The enemy AI though is a challenge, and you will have to think about what you're doing. Graphics wise, I think it's a great looking game. It has these comic book intro type sequences that are really well done, and the whole lighting and effects on the battlefield look great. Sound wise, I would also say again, very good. I had no issues here. Everything sounded as I would expect, and it was nicely done. You'd zoom in and you could hear the gunfire more than if you zoomed out a little bit. With an early access game, one of the questions I always ask myself is, can this game keep the player base interested enough to keep supporting the project? And I think the biggest issue for this game is there's no skirmish mode. This isn't planned until Q2 of 2025, so you're looking at 6 to 9 months, which is going to limit replayability a lot. The campaign isn't massive, and as far as I can tell, there's no multiplayer, and I think this could really hurt the game. It's honestly a great RTS. It's well designed, it's a lot of fun and challenging. The roadmap is really comprehensive and there's so much coming. The skirmish modes need added way quicker than Q2 of 2025. The campaign needs expanded and your troop AI needs sorted. I think if the developers can get all that right, they're onto a winner. The problem is it's dropping with not a lot of content here, and will that keep people engaged for long enough? I'm not so sure. But this is a great RTS. It's pretty much a day one buy for me, but you will have to be aware it's going to be a year or so until you get the full experience. So that's all down to you if you're prepared to drop the money now or just drop it when it's complete. Anyway, guys, that's all I have to say on the matter. Catch you there. Goodbye.